Hi everybody, in this video I wanted to explain contracts in Call of Duty Warzone because they can be a little bit confusing, and you're probably familiar with one or two of the types, but there are, at the moment, there's 3 types. Now this picture here might be a little bit difficult to see if you're looking at this on your phone. Let's go full screen to see if it makes it any better, but this is the typical kind of map that you'll see when you open up the map in Warzone. And you'll see all these little markers around. There's one that's got like a target in it, there's one that's got like a magnifying glass in it, and there's one that's got a flag in it. So the ones with the target in, they're bounty contracts where you've got to go and kill a member of another squad. And then the one with the magnifying glass in are scavenger contracts where you've got to go and look for 3 boxes, loot boxes that'll have stuff in. And then finally you've got the Recon markers, which is the one with the flag on, where it's like a little mini game of domination, in the fact that it will say, right, go over here, you run over there, you stand next to this recon point, it fires a flare up in the air, and then you've got to stay there for a period of minutes, and then you'll get your reward. And with all of these things that you achieve, you get a reward in terms of cash, XP for the weapon that you're currently using, and some loot as well. And the more contracts you do, you get like a bonus multiplier, so the more money you'll get and the better loot you'll get as well. And in the case of the Recon, in the case of the Recon contract, you'll get to know where the next circle is. So that's incredibly powerful. So you'll see where the next safe zone is, and every time you do one, then you'll see the next safe zone and the next safe zone and the next safe zone. So contracts are very useful because they earn you cash, and then you can buy loadout drops, you can buy UAVs, you can buy self-revive kits, all that sort of stuff. But they're also a great way of spending your time. Personally, because I'm not that particularly good at gunfights, I tend to avoid the bounty contracts, because that means you've got to go and kill someone. And when that happens, when you do a bounty contract, you'll see a little circle appear on the map. That's roughly where the enemy are, and you go over there. If you kill the first person, then it will switch to another person on that team, and you can, you know, kill them and kill the other ones. They know you're coming, because you've probably seen this when you become the subject of a bounty, or one of your squad members have. You'll see a little bar start, starts on 1 yellow bar, goes to 2 yellow bars, then goes to 3 red bars, and that means the enemies are very close to you. To do it that way. So they're a great way of spending your time in the mid game. They're a great way of getting extra cash, and I would highly recommend the Recon ones and the Scavenger ones. So what I thought we'd also do to kind of round this explanation off, I was going to read through the official Call of Duty Warzone guide, its explanation of contracts as well, because there's probably a couple of things I've missed out on as well. So here we go, and I'd highly recommend this guide. There's loads of good stuff. I'll put a link to it in the video description down below. Contracts. Need extra loot or even a peek at the next circle collapse? Contracts are an important part of Warzone. Here's how you can complete all contract types and the rewards you get for doing so. Warzone isn't just about outlasting and outgunning the competition. Around Verdansk, you and your squad can complete contracts, in-game missions that can reward you with cash, in plunder mode, loot and other benefits. In Warzone matches, contracts appear as small computer tablets in the overworld, and their drop locations are marked on your TAC map as soon as you enter the match, allowing you to plan your drop accordingly. And they're random, they change every match. Note, contracts appear in your TAC map randomly, as the following icons: bounty contract, target icon; recon contract, flag icon; scavenger contract, magnifying glass icons. Locate one, mark it, and move to it. Note, in the plunder game mode, contracts are mainly found in supply boxes around the map. Note, only 1 contract is active per squad. This is really important, actually. All squad members must complete the contract or wait for the contract to expire before a subsequent contract can be found and started. So when you're wandering around, make sure you don't accidentally pick up like a bounty contract, because if you do, you literally can't take another contract out, a scavenger or recon one, until that bounty has either expired or the bounty is dead. Note in the plunder. Sorry, note contracts are the main methods of obtaining funds to use in buy stations. Should be a major part of your tactics, if not a priority. Yeah, I don't completely agree with that. Running around in open boxes and killing players normally gives you lots of money, but contracts are definitely fun, and they increase your earn rate so that you can go and like go to a buy station, pop a UAV, go and kill someone else, come back to the buy station, pop another UAV, and kind of carry on with that gameplay loop. Each contract has a specific objective that must be completed within a time limit. Finish the contract and you will receive reward XP, weapon XP for the current weapons in your loadout, cash, loot, and or other in-game benefits. The value of these rewards greatly differs between Battle Royale and Plunder Warzone game modes. Currently there are 3 different contracts: Bounty, Recon, and Scavenger. Bounty. Upon picking up this contract, you and your squad have only a few minutes to hunt down a player within an enemy squad. Your TAC map shows the approximate location of the foe, but it's all up to you to find out precisely where they are and execute them. If enough time is available after they are killed, the timer extends and the bounty shifts to another target member within that squad. You might not have known that, I didn't. Once all target squad members are eliminated, the contract is completed and you are rewarded with cash, XP, and the satisfaction of knocking a squad out of the game. Because eliminating targets is a major part of Warzone, bounty contracts should be second nature. Plus, the additional intel of an enemy's approximate area may help those who use the TAC map to call out and track players as it moves when the target player moves. It's slightly behind though, there is a little bit of a delay. Bounty contracts are an excellent way to spend your time in the Warzone, as you're technically receiving rewards for eliminating rival players, something you're doing irrespective of this contract being activated. Scavenger. Low on loot, this contract points you to 3 special supply boxes, one at a time, by placing a special icon on your TAC map. Once the first one is opened, the second is marked, followed by the third once both boxes are collected. Finding even just one or the first 2 special supply boxes allows you and your squad to keep any loot or cash found, but collecting all 3 offers the best rewards: a chance at rarer loot, legendary weapons, field upgrades, and even self-revive kits, as well as the XP and cash bonuses. Think of this as a scavenger hunt to gather resupplies. If you're low on loot, completing this contract could kickstart your squad's loadouts or prepare all of your squad for the late game with high level items. Finally, Recon. After activating this contract, your TAC map will update with an objective marker where you and your team must stand within a small radius around a comm station and upload data. Those who are familiar with Call of Duty multiplayer can equate this task to capturing a HQ or domination flag. Once a squad member hops onto this objective, a flare will fire up from the station, which can be seen by everyone in the match who is near it. Completing the upload will award loot and cash directly onto the location, as well as showing you where the next safe area will be via a yellow circle on TAC map. Very powerful indeed, that. Very, very powerful. By design, recon contracts are risky ventures. The flare can alert nearby enemies and capturing the objective will take time, although it can be sped up by having multiple people standing within the objective area at the same time. And you could do things like put down a shield, kind of things like that, and a trophy system. I don't think I've ever been attacked when I've been doing a recon contract. Still, being able to see the next circle should be the intel your team need to set up some later game strategies, and the extra loot and cash could equip you for the road ahead. Contract bonuses. Whenever you complete a contract, your contract bonus will increase. This stat, which does not carry over from match to match, determines the level of loot and cash that can be earned by completing contracts. A contract bonus of 1, which all operators begin with at the start of a Warzone match, means that you'll most likely only earn a few thousand in cash and some XP and weapons XP from a contract. However, if you complete 5 contracts and have a contract bonus level of 6, the next contract you complete has a high chance of showering you with a much greater amount of cash, XP, and a great chance of epic or legendary loot. You can see what your current contract bonus is on the left hand side of the HUD below the circle collapse timer. In general, completing as many contracts as possible during a Warzone match is a fantastic strategy, as it can help a squad rack up tens of thousands in cash and high level loot during the overall quest for survival. So there we go, contracts. Hopefully that helps you out. It can be helpful when you are diving in, parachuting in, mark up when you go into a particular area, mark up, especially the scavenger contract straight away, so that you can hit it, and then you can start, you know you're going to get some good loot, and you can open up the normal boxes on the way. And as I say, the Recon contract that shows you where the next circle is, hey, you know, hit 3 or 4 of those. Even in solos that is possible. You can go from one to the next, and all of a sudden you really know where the final circle virtually is going to be. You don't have to get all the Recon contracts so that you know exactly where it is, but you know, say you know where the next 3 circles are, you know that final circle is going to be somewhere probably in the middle of those. You can then get looted up, you know, plonk yourself down, do a little bit of camping, and you'll be there right until the final circle, and not have to worry about having to run in. You know, that situation where you get hard shift on the circle, it moves across the map, and all of a sudden you've got a large area to cover, and there's no vehicles, and you just get sniped. So there we go, contracts explained. Dive in, give them a go, earn that cash, earn that loot, and win those Warzone victories. Okay, that's stuff from me. Hopefully you found that useful. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more of the same, and I will see you again soon.